So 50,000 subscribers and counting, which is kind of crazy. This is just gonna be a update video, I guess, that I'm gonna put on the main channel. If you look to me, if you see me looking to the left, it's because I've got a page of script that I'm slightly reading off of, but I'll try and look at the camera every now and then. I've got a few sections that I'll timestamp that you will see throughout the video too, and I guess I'll start by saying it's been a bit of a crazy year. Like, I got hacked like back in March, and then I got hacked like 2 times again, and now like the challenge has been growing and growing and growing and growing month on month, and it's been kind of crazy. I think 2 years ago I made a video about how I might be leaving because I was super demotivated at the time, and as you can see, that would have been a dumb choice. And I'll talk about the development of my content throughout, but first I want to give some shoutouts. Firstly, shout out Spilo. Spilo is an OG. We go way back. So I think the first interaction I've had with Spilo was in August 2020 when I just turned 16, and he like reacted to like one of my guides on Reddit or something. He spent when I went to Toronto for the Overwatch League Grand Finals, this guy's deadass spent like 30 minutes trying to find me at the end of the event just to give me a hug before he left with the Spitfire. Genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever had the grace of meeting. The only mainstream content creator that's given me a cosign publicly and privately, and advice he's given me as well. Like, very helpful guy. I use a lot of his stuff early on in my early content and my guides and stuff, so really appreciate Spilo. Shout out to him. Shout out Capitology too, because he's kind of like the modern day Spilo, to be honest. Like, you know, in terms of being a pro coach that's retired, you know. But special shout out to him for 2 reasons. One, because he reacted to my Doom Widow video, I think it was, and he said this.
Kajor's editing is probably better than everyone else in the Overwatch community, right? But like, this is clean, right? Signy Sports.
And secondly, because of this video that he made that I'll put on screen, it's literally like one of the most life-changing videos I've ever seen. I actually tweeted about it because of how good the video was. And you'll see me talk about it as well as I go throughout the video about what my sort of application of that is and why I want to get to 100k and the mentality I'm going to keep going forward with my content. And I guess that leads me nicely into the future of my videos. And I'm going to clip this bit and at people on Twitter that are relevant to this because you'll see why. But basically, I have a future project that I want to do for Stockholm, and I can't show it because I'm just recording my webcam, but again I'll put it on the screen. You'll see Mr. Zedus made like a Overwatch League goodbye montage, and what he did is that he got tons of creators coming to the video and sort of showing their perspective and their story. And what I want to do for Stockholm is a little bit similar. I want to reach out to OC, Spilo, Whistle, Capitology, Anta, maybe CX, maybe Christopher. I mean, I know Chris doesn't like me, but basically reach out to people that are in the educational space and collaborate, you know, like make this big long project for the Stockholm finals, or hopefully the finals will be interesting. It could be a different match in Stockholm, right? But ideally the Stockholm finals, and basically make a big video on that. More specifically, like I was thinking having a different creator for each section or for each map. So let's say it's a 4-0 or a 4-1, right? So 5 maps have been played. I would get 5 different creators. So let's say Spilo, Whistle, OC, Cap, and Answer to do 5 sections. And then I would do like an intro, you know, those like paper edits that I do. I would do that for each map or each start of the map. And for each section, I would be in the Discord call. I would have a Discord call with each creator and ask you questions about the map, how it went, and integrate like snippets of that interview or that Discord call throughout each map or throughout each respective section. That's the idea I initially had. I'm not sure if anyone else watching this has any other ideas or how you'd want to collaborate with that. Or the reason that motivated me to want to do that is looking at Clips. And Clips is a hip-hop duo that got Kendrick Lamar on one of their songs. And one of the hip-hop commentators that I'm really into, Sean C, said this about collaboration. And I think it really applies to Overwatch or just collaborating in general.
You know what they did? They invited them onto their project because they care about making good music. I'd rather put together a moment that you can't replicate anywhere else because we are the top MCs. That's what you should do. That's why Clips has the album and the reputation that they got right now. It's about the music. It's not about the ego.
So if you are interested, OC, Whistle, Spilo, Cap, Answer, DM me on Twitter or Discord, or either one's fine. Or other creators too. You know, if I didn't mention your name there, that's fine as well. You can also reach out to me as well on Discord or Twitter DMs. Those are both open. But yeah, I do want to collaborate and make a big project for Stockholm. And yeah. And also with what Cap said, you know, like, you're not trying hard enough. You know, I want to get to 100k. So I have to act like I'm already at 100k, you know? And if I want to do that, like, I need to do big projects. I will not need to do big projects, right? But I need to push myself creatively and start making projects and content that no one else has done before, or no one else has done, or stuff like that, basically, you know? The last thing I would have mentioned, the penultimate thing, is like my inspirations, and it's kind of, if you know me well enough, you probably would have got onto this, right? But JPEG Mafia is like one of my biggest inspirations. The reason why is that he's A, very authentic, and B, he self-does everything. And I tweeted this the other day, that I think I'm like the only creator that does everything, like the edits, the writing, the voice recording, obviously, you know, the thumbnail, the marketing, like the research as well. I just do everything. Everything is under my own production. I'm not the only person to do that, right? But I'm also the only person who does that while uploading frequently, or while uploading like decently high quality stuff, you know? And I don't feel like there has to be a sacrifice of quality for self-producing things. And I don't feel like there has to be a sacrifice in frequency, you know, if you're self-producing things, you know? I want to sort of create that new niche, or show people that you can do it on your own, and you can upload frequently and have it be high quality at the same time. And some of you might be asking how I do my edits. I'm going to show a little bit of my cast one that I'm working on right now. Not going to leak how I do it, but yeah, I will say shout out to Brian Delamata on YouTube, because he makes like these really good tutorials on After Effects that I use. If you're wondering about the software that I use Adobe After Effects, HitFilm, and Photoshop as well. A mixture of those three. So yeah, and I guess the last bit is like the general future of my content and stuff. So I do want to stream more, you know, I do stream OWCS, but my numbership or my viewership is pretty low. I think the reason for that is because there's competition, right? Like Anta, Commander X, they've got like monopolies over the streaming game. And when I do stream, that is not for OWCS, the viewership does remain to be higher. Of course, my tier list got like triple my viewership on Twitch. And generally when I stream, when OWCS isn't on, because other streamers in my niche, like educational niche, aren't on as well, I typically get higher viewership. So do expect me to stream more, and I'll be reviewing codes, basically. I'm making my cast video right now, so I'll be streaming that, or streaming stuff like that, basically, like looking at the OWCS codes, making or doing the research for that actual video, while also streaming too. So killing two birds with one stone, basically. And I guess the last bit is for creators out there, you know, to keep experimenting, because you don't know, like you probably don't know that I used to use green screens, or I tried experimenting with green screens in my past videos. Those didn't work. I tried experimenting by making more, you know, advanced concept stuff and trying to copy Spilo's style. That didn't work. I don't want to be like, oh, just work hard, you know, it's gonna work out. That's survivorship bias, you know, to be real. But I really do think that with enough time and with enough working hard and working smart, you will succeed if you are a smaller creator and you are watching this. So yeah, and I was thinking about making like a Patreon or something like that. I know Tom Nicholas and Elliot Sang, two of my favorite creators, do have had to make Patreons in the past because of the way content creation and stuff like that and monetizing is going. I don't need to do that right now, but and if I do that, you will know in the future. I'll shout it out or something. But yeah, but that's basically the update. Get ready for my cast video. That's gonna come out soon. And thank you all for the support. It's been honestly an insane year, ups and downs, getting hacked and now hitting 50k, and now this is basically my job. It's kind of surreal. Hopefully I can keep it pushing in 2026, and maybe I'll hit 100k in 2 years. We'll see. And yeah, thank you for watching.